Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. So I was perusing the internet and I came across this tag called the Makeup Newbie Advice tag. This was created by Makeup Queenie 68. I'll put her channel down below as well as this original tag video, but I just looked at this tag and this is a tag meant for people who are new to wearing makeup. And I also looked at the questions and I felt like there was like a lot of interesting stuff in here that I really wanted to touch on and answer for you guys. So without further ado, let's just get into this video. Okay, so the first question is, what do you suggest a new makeup wearer should buy first? Now, first of all, I think that somebody who is just wearing makeup, just starting out, can really benefit from a lot of really great finds at the drugstore. I know that when I was first starting out wearing makeup, I absolutely loved just going to the drugstore and just getting some really great deals from CVS, Walmart, Walgreens, even though I think I just used to go to CVS all the time, and I used to get really great drugstore deals on amazing makeup. Some of my favorite brands are Essence for drugstore makeup. I do love L'Oreal as well, even though they're a little bit expensive. I think that if you're just starting out wearing makeup, a great mascara that I absolutely love, hands down, is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara. I have tried so many drugstore mascaras and this is the best one that I've tried. And then I absolutely, of course, absolutely love the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation. This is so good. I feel like if I was just starting out, just wearing makeup, I would absolutely love this just as much as I do now. And then I would also say that for lipsticks, Rimmel is a brand that really makes amazing lipsticks that are so beginner friendly. I think I have a tube of lipstick somewhere around here. I have this one right here. This is just one of the many lipsticks I have from Rimmel. This is from their Kate Moss collection and this is in the shade number 45, and this is such a beautiful like nude pink color, and the quality is absolutely amazing. So if you are somebody who is just starting out wearing makeup, the drugstore is a terrific option. For eyeshadow palettes, I haven't tried a lot of drugstore eyeshadow palettes in a very long time that I absolutely love. I would say that my favorite eyeshadow palettes happen to be from ColourPop. I think that they have some really great cost-efficient, cost-effective alternatives. I also think that if you're somebody who is interested in maybe wearing some neutral colors and you also want to wear some colorful shades as well, the Juvia's Place Masquerade palette is a terrific option. Mine is so messed up because I use this all the time, but this is a great one because you have 2 rows of warm neutrals, and then you have some colors, to play around with as well. The quality is absolutely amazing. And then I also think that a really great basic palette for virtually anybody is the Jaclyn Hill palette right here, the favorites one, the original one. This is a palette that I think has some really great beginner friendly shadows in here. These are really easy to blend. You have a lot to work with. You have a lot of transition-y colors. You have a lot of like really just warm neutral colors in here, and this is a really great basics beginner palette. I honestly could do like an entire video, I think, about like drugstore beginner friendly makeup products, but that is for another time. But the next question is, what is your favorite way to find deals on makeup? Honestly, whenever I am trying to find deals on makeup, my favorite way to find deals on makeup is to definitely go to a drugstore near me and see if they have sales. I find that CVS always has some really great sales. Right now I'm on my no-buy, so I haven't necessarily bought makeup in quite a while, but whenever I was not on my no-buy, I actually would almost never buy my makeup at full price. And that is because virtually every single website, virtually every single beauty brand that you go and check out these days has a sale at some point in time. And I will even say that I think it is a lot easier to find discounted makeup right now than it has ever been because you have so many websites and you have so many options. I know that ColourPop is always going on sale. Their entire website is 20% off, 30% off. They also have a really great sales section on their website. Sephora also has some really great sales as well. They do carry higher end items, so a lot of times they don't really mark down a lot of stuff, But I do notice that whenever they have limited edition items, those usually tend to be marked down. I will also say that Sephora also has this weekly wow thing that every single week they pick a few of their higher end items to give a discount on that's like about 50% off. That is a really great way to find discounted makeup. Also, the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale is a terrific way to find discounted makeup. I think that whenever you're looking for discounts on makeup, you just have to be a little patient. You have to really just be able to hold yourself back from impulse purchases, because all you have to do is wait for the next holiday, wait for the next just a random sale, and you'll be able to get virtually anything you want makeup wise discounted, unless we're talking about like the top notch luxury makeup items. But most makeup items, most makeup brands have a lot of sales going on throughout the year, so it's all about just keeping an eye out, maybe signing up for a mailing list, and you'll be able to get a lot of great sales. The next question is, what is your favorite makeup to collect? Eyeshadow palettes. Definitely eyeshadow palettes, hands down, point blank period. I love eyeshadow palettes. They're so much fun and I can never get enough of them. The next question is, what is your top advice for building a makeup collection? Oof, I have to think about this one. My top advice for building a makeup collection would be to think about quality and not quantity, because there are so many amazing options for makeup out there. And I definitely think that sometimes you can get really caught up in the makeup collection videos on YouTube, and you can really find yourself wanting to basically get everything that everybody else has. And the thing is, a lot of times what you see the most on the internet at any given time, a lot of times that makeup is going to be gone just like that in like 2 seconds flat. And you really want to make sure that your collection is a selection of really just great products that have a lot of great quality to them. But you also want to make sure that your makeup collection is full of products that you genuinely love. If you don't love something, don't buy it, because chances are you're not going to use it and you're going to end up regretting that purchase, and that is the worst thing. You don't want to spend money on something and then regret it because you didn't actually like it in the first place. It is one thing buying something, trying it, and not liking it. It is a completely different story when you just buy something on a whim because everybody else is wearing it, and you want to be just like everybody else, and then you realize too late that that item is not necessarily your makeup style. It is not necessarily something that you truly want. It is more important to build up your makeup collection slowly and surely, rather than to try and build it up as quickly as possible, because then you will just end up with a lot of product you're not using and you're not enjoying. Just enjoy the process. Enjoy the process of just building things up, and you will definitely thank yourself later. The next question is, what is your #1 recommended easy eyeshadow palette a newbie should buy? I mean, I would say that if you're somebody who is just really interested in starting out with makeup, you're not necessarily sure about your makeup style just yet, you are just willing to experiment, you want something that's really versatile, the Jaclyn Hill palette is really great. I think the quality holds up. It is not necessarily a palette that I use anymore because you guys know my makeup style is so very colorful, but I think that if I was just talking to somebody who was like 13 years old, who was somebody who is just starting to wear makeup, or even somebody who's like, I don't know, 20 and just starting to wear makeup, this is a really great option because this palette has so many colors in it, but these are all, in my opinion, really great quality shades, really easy to wear, really flattering on so many different people. And this is something that I think would help anybody just really just practice and really work at their makeup style so they can really come up with some amazing looks. What is your absolute necessity item or an item you would never not use in a look? Product recommendation. See, the thing is, I'm always switching it up, so I don't necessarily have any one item that I always use. I would say that my like favorite mascara is this one, the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. I always use this. I would say that this is like the only mascara that I have in my collection currently because I'm always buying this one. I'm always using it. So I would say that this is like the one thing that I always use and that I don't necessarily switch up, because usually with every single other category I like to switch things up. I like to play around a bit. I like to have fun. But with mascara, this is the mascara that I really tend to stick to. The next question is lipstick or lip gloss and a product recommendation. I absolutely love both lipstick and lip gloss, and I wear both all the time. And I would say that if I had to choose one, I'd probably say, oh gosh, this is hard. I'd say maybe lipstick because I would like to be classic. But when it comes to like a finish, I absolutely love a glossy finish. And I do understand that a lot of people who are just starting out with makeup really do enjoy a lip gloss. And I would say that my favorite lip gloss, like my number one favorite recommendation, and I would say a great recommendation if you're just starting out in makeup, is the Fenty Gloss Bomb. And this is a little bit expensive, especially if you're just starting out. It is around $18. I know it's ridiculous to somebody who's just starting out, but the quality of this is absolutely sublime, and I think that a lot of people really adore this. And then you have other people who are like, it's a lip gloss and everyone's going bananas over it and it's nothing special. I get that too, but like this is like my favorite lip gloss. I used to wear this all the time when I first got it, and I absolutely loved it. It's so flattering on the lips. It's so smooth. It's so rich. I feel like if you're somebody who is just buying like their first Sephora purchase, you can't go wrong with the Fenty Gloss Bomb. The next question is brushes slash sponges. What brand? Now, I personally prefer brushes. I don't necessarily like sponges at the moment. This might change, of course. When it comes to a brand, I would say that like my favorite brush brand of the moment is Real Techniques, and I use a lot of like other brands. I don't stay exclusive to Real Techniques. I know that I absolutely love using a lot of Morphe's brushes. I like using a lot of Anastasia Beverly Hills brushes, their eye brushes specifically, and then I just like to use a lot of other different brands. But I would say that if you're looking for quality brushes, Real Techniques is amazing. I've had the brushes that I have from them for years and they still hold up. They don't shed. The only thing that I will say, where's my Real Techniques brush? I have like this buffing brush right here, and this is just an example. I use this every day, by the way, but the labeling on the brushes will wear off after a few years. So that is like the only evidence that this brush is so many years old, that the label has like worn off almost completely. But otherwise, the quality of this brush is so good, and this is actually something that is consistent throughout the Real Techniques brush collection. So if you're somebody who is looking to invest in really great quality brushes, Real Techniques has some amazing stuff. I haven't tried a lot of their more recent brushes, but every single brush that I've tried from them so far has really held up, and that is pretty impressive in my opinion. Okay, the next question is, what is your favorite high-end item to splurge on? This is like a difficult question for me because there are so many different things. First off, it depends on what you want. But I think that if I had to choose one thing to splurge on, and if I was talking to like a person who was just starting out with makeup, I would probably say something from Fenty or Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I know that that's really general, and you're probably just like wondering, you're probably looking for like a specific product recommendation, and I could give you some, but I think that when you're starting out with makeup, it's important to buy something that really catches your fancy and to buy something that you really can love and appreciate. And I think that both Fenty and Anastasia Beverly Hills, those are two brands that are very popular right now. And they're also two brands that have a certain kind of charm to them and really can make you feel so very special whenever you buy something from them. An Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, that is an experience in and of itself whenever you buy one of those. And then Fenty, like their entire line is so well packaged, and so many of their formulas are really well loved by virtually anybody who tries them. And yes, there are some duds in both brands, but I think that if you're looking for something high-end to splurge on, either Anastasia Beverly Hills or Fenty, those are great options because you are paying for something that is a very classic, very good quality brand, but then again, you're also paying for an absolutely wonderful experience. The next question is, what is your favorite drugstore item they won't regret buying? Okay, so I think that a really great drugstore item that I don't think anybody will regret buying is a good drugstore makeup brush. The brushes that I first bought when I was first getting into the makeup are brushes that I still use to this day and I still love. Brands such as Real Techniques that I mentioned earlier, brands such as EcoTools. EcoTools is another fantastic brand. Their brushes are absolutely amazing and so underrated. Those are some items that I absolutely, positively do not regret buying. I still use those items to this day. I still love those items. And I think that even if your makeup style changes, something such as brushes, really good quality brushes, they stay consistent, they still are able to give you a good service, and they can give you a beautiful effect. And I think that the drugstore in general is not necessarily anybody's first choice whenever it comes to buying new brushes, but most of my brush collection was obtained from the drugstore, and I love so many of my brushes from the drugstore. And I think that if there's one thing from the drugstore you should not overlook, it's brushes, because there are some serious, like, just amazing underdogs out there when it comes to brushes that not a lot of people talk about, but a lot of people should. The next question is, what is your most enjoyable or fun makeup item to use? I would say that my favorite makeup item to use, let me get this out. You probably already know what it is. My favorite makeup item to use is a good, colorful eyeshadow palette or a pressed pigment palette. And right now, my favorite one is the Color Drain Vivid Pigments and Shadows palette. And this is a little bit of something more, I think, for the advanced makeup lover, but this is definitely something that I absolutely love. And yes, pressed pigments definitely take a lot of practice. The next question is, what is your favorite behind the scenes item or product recommendation? Okay, I never talk about this ever, but this is my favorite, like, behind the scenes makeup item that I absolutely love using. This is my #1 favorite contour brush. This is the EcoTools, basically powder brush, I guess, and I absolutely love this so much. This is the contour brush you see me using in every single tutorial, every single get ready with me, every single video in which I am using powder on this part of my face. I use this brush. My camera literally stopped recording, so I had to switch the battery out, but this brush is so good, and it is just like one of those things that you find something and you use it for such a long time and it really works well for you. And I really encourage you guys, if you're a beginner, to find some really great basics, because they will really stick with you for a long period of time. If you could tell a person just starting out with makeup anything, what would it be? I would say, don't be afraid to work and develop your own makeup style. And that is, I think, easier said than done, and definitely easier said than to actually realize, because everybody has their own makeup style. Everybody has their own way of doing things. Everybody has things that they like. Some people like more neutral, some people like more colorful, some people like more glitter, some people don't like glitter whatsoever. And people have their different ways of actually doing makeup. Some people like really graphic looks. Some people like really traditional, blended, blown out looks. And a makeup look that looks absolutely beautiful to one person can look absolutely ugly to the other person. And it's all about really just experimenting and really trying to work at making your own makeup style possible, and just taking like elements from different people and different sources to just see what you like and see what you appreciate. Don't necessarily look at the person that you're following online as the be-all end-all when it comes to makeup. Always question everything and everyone, because the thing about makeup is that it's an art form. It's enjoyable. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be exciting. It's not supposed to be a science. You basically can do whatever you want style-wise, and it's all about just trying to condition yourself to be willing to do whatever you want and to really find your makeup style. Because I did not realize how long it would take me to find my makeup style. And when I found my colorful love of makeup and my love for avant-garde and my love for editorial kind of makeup looks, I couldn't get enough, and I still can't. So it's all about really just starting and just enjoying the journey of finding your makeup style and evolving it, because I definitely think that my makeup style in a year will be so different, and I cannot wait for that kind of journey. I cannot wait to get better at it. I can't wait to just develop my style, because I literally cannot wait to see what it will be. Always be willing to try new things. Like, that's really important. The last question is to tag 2 people. So the first person that I want to tag is Annette from Annette's Makeup Corner. I absolutely love her. She is so talented. She is so amazing. She is really she's like a makeup powerhouse. I absolutely love her videos and her content, and I will put her channel down below, of course. And the next person that I want to tag is Mia from Mia's Virtual Vanity. I absolutely love her videos as well, and I always find myself binge watching her content. She does a makeup commentary in a very critical way. I think that that's what she describes it as, and she also just does so many just interesting videos as well. I would highly recommend watching her channel if you don't watch her already. But anyway, yes, the 2 people that I tag are Mia and Annette. I will also put them down below in the description box, and I really hope that they do this tag as well, because it's really lots of fun and there's a lot of stuff to really go into. But yeah, that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and found it interesting, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye guys.